I wanted to do this short video because it's super important that we underscore the mentality, the pervasive mentality of you must be punished if somebody else commits a crime. And that is what's being echoed here with this post by Ed Krasenstein. He's pretty popular. Him and his brother are very popular on Twitter. As soon as they launch a post, it pretty much goes viral. You know, they get 750,000, 1.5, 2.5 million views, and this one's no different. This right here it's knocking on the door of 2 million views. But I want to show you what he said, because we're on the heels, of course, of another reported mass shooting. Now, whether this is real, whether it's false, whether it's a false, whether people died or not is irrelevant. How are they going to spin and use this story? And this is what propaganda does to a brain-pickled mind. He says, I'm sick and tired of people being shot. I am too. But what's the solution? Well, the solution definitely doesn't come from government. It definitely doesn't come from politicians. Says Robert Card, the shooter in Maine, reported mental health issues, including hearing voices. Well, that's not good. Do I want somebody like that to have a gun? No. But do I want government to broad brush everybody and penalize you and penalize me because this guy hears voices and, you know, special care probably needs to be taken with him? No, I'm not giving up my rights. And people are like, well, then you believe your rights are more important than life. Guess what? Rights and life and freedoms, those are all synonymous words. Your freedom is your life. Your rights are your life. Take away your rights and you don't have life. He also reportedly threatened to shoot up the National Guard base. Stop it with the Second Amendment argument. It doesn't prohibit us from taking steps to stop this. And that equals we need to make more laws so that we can criminalize you if you don't obey our laws. And then we get to reserve a punishment for you if you disobey us. That's psychopathy. That's psychopathy. Besides that, how do you implement these laws? How do you enforce the laws? How do you make sure the people obey your laws? It's accomplished at the barrel of a government gun. So these people aren't against gun violence. They just don't want you to have the guns. They don't mind the government initiating government-sanctioned gun violence on you because that's going to make them feel safer. Then he says, why can't we just have universal background checks? Well, you know why? Because universal background checks are an infringement. Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. And the spirit of the Second Amendment is nobody has the right to infringe on your right to keep and bear any kind of arms that you want for any kind of reason you want. Most people want them to defend themselves, hunt, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't owe me an explanation for why you need an AR-15 or an AK-47 or 30-round magazines. Why can't we require background checks on all sales of guns, including all sold at gun shows? Why can't we make more laws so that people will be more safe? Why can't we have more politicians scribbling more things down on more pieces of paper so more criminals can fall in line? Basically, what they're saying is, hey, let's penalize you. Let's require an infringement upon you because of what people like Robert Card supposedly did. Why can't we regulate AR-15s and similar guns like we do machine guns and sawed-off shotguns? You know why? Because it's a criminal activity. When you make a sawed-off shotgun or a machine gun illegal, what are you doing? You're criminalizing anybody who may possess those firearms. You're criminalizing anybody who may want to buy or transport or sell those firearms. So you're criminalizing somebody who hasn't committed a crime by creating these laws. Why can't we fix our mental health issues in this country? Why? Well, you know what the answer to a mass shooting is? The answer to a mass shooting is what Elisha Dicken did. And I'm not going to pull him up, but Stephen Williford, what Stephen Williford did at the Sutherland Springs shooting, what Elisha Dicken did at the Greenwood Mall shooting. Look what it says. What we know about the armed bystander who killed the shooter at the Indiana Mall. Dressed in shorts and a t-shirt, Elisha Dicken was shopping with his girlfriend when a gunman opened fire on the food court at a Greenwood, Indiana mall Sunday evening, killing 3 people. While the shooter, 20-year-old Douglas Saperman, fired 24 rounds from an AR-15 style rifle, Dicken did not hesitate to use the Glock handgun he was legally carrying and he was neutralized. It says within 2 minutes. It happened within 15 seconds, according to reports, and it was done with a handgun at 40 yards. What is the answer to what this guy just did, supposedly? The answer is to arm yourself, to empower yourself, to get a firearm, to learn how to use it, to become proficient with it so you don't have to live in fear. So you can walk around, and if you were in that bowling alley or in that bar and grill, you could take the proper actions to put down that guy right now instead of getting on your phone and calling 911. When seconds count, police are minutes away. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. I look forward to reading your comments.